Associated Press is reporting that the private server in Hillary Clinton that Hillary Clinton used as Secretary of State was connected to the internet in ways that made it more vulnerable to hackers. According to data and documents reviewed by the AP, the basement server in Chappaqua, New York, appeared to use software that allowed users to connect openly over the internet to control it remotely. The AP reports that in 2012, the State Department had outlawed use of remote access software. Records also show that Clinton additionally operated 2 more devices on her home network that were also directly accessible from the internet. The AP reviewed numerous records from an internet census by an anonymous hacker researcher who used unsecured devices to scan hundreds of millions of internet protocol addresses using a computer in Serbia. The hacker probed Clinton's server for potential weaknesses at least twice in August and December of 2012. A Clinton campaign spokesman said there's no evidence of an actual breach.
Mark McKinnon, you're at a No Labels event yesterday. These stories keep coming up, and we don't know where they end.
That's the problem with the story. Where does it end?
I know, it just keeps going, and this is the Associated Press. This isn't, as I always say, Drudge or Breitbart. It's not Rush Limbaugh. It's the New York Times. The only reason people really are focusing on Trey Gowdy's committee now is because what the New York Times did.
Yeah.
They got the information from Gowdy's campaign, and before Kevin McCarthy said what he said, I mean, the New York Times did some incredible work on this story. And now you have the Associated Press. Reuters has been all over it. And it seems it's I won't say death by 1,000 cuts, but it is maddening for Clinton supporters that there's something every day.
Yeah, and it's hard to just cauterize it.
And you can't, because the second you say,
there's going to be another trove
there's nothing, there's nothing to it.
And imagine if your emails were sort of leaked slowly over a year.
No, thank you.
Right?
No, thank you. Mark Halpern, are we going to hear about this tonight in the debate? Or just the email controversy in general, or do they just stay away from it?
Oh, I think it'll come up. I agreed with birthday boy Mike Barnacle the other day when he said President Obama must be pretty confident that there was no security breach of the system, or he wouldn't have said that. Whether the system was breached or not, as her campaign points out, this story makes clear. You combine the fact that there was sensitive material coursing through her server with the fact that she put together a system, others did on her behalf, that was clearly vulnerable to hacking. And at a minimum, it was, again, a cavalier attitude towards her responsibility as Secretary of State.
Well, really, when you have human sources in a war zone in Libya, and we're finding out now that it could be accessed, by hackers, obviously that's exactly what the intel agencies work around the clock trying to prevent.
Because of that story yesterday, this story today, 100 others reported over the last couple months, it was just a terrible idea to have a private server. Whether or not it was criminal is an open question and something that will be determined. But even Hillary Clinton has said it was a mistake. It was a bad idea.
Up next, so you want to go into the family business? Well, it works a little differently when the business is politics. Jay Field